The room at the end of the corridor. This happened when I was in boarding school. Our hostel was old, one of those buildings everyone warned you about but no one officially talked about. The corridors were long and poorly lit, and at night the place smelled of dust, sweat, and something damp you couldn't explain. There was one room at the very end of the corridor that was always empty. Seniors said it was under maintenance, but no work was ever done there. We just called it Room 17. People said students who slept there never stayed long. Some asked to be transferred, others simply packed and left school. I didn't believe any of it until the night I stayed awake. It started with small things. My roommate, Kojo, began waking up around 2 a.m. every night, sitting upright in bed and staring toward the end of the corridor. When I asked him why, he said someone is calling my name. I laughed and told him he was dreaming. Then one night I heard it too, a soft voice, calm, familiar, calling my name. It wasn't loud. That was the worst part. It sounded close, like someone standing just outside the door, whispering. I froze under my blanket. The next morning, I asked the night prefect if anyone was allowed out after lights out. He looked uncomfortable and said, just sleep early. That same day, a new student was assigned to room 17. His name was Mensah. He seemed normal, quite polite, always smiling. When we asked him how his room was, he said, it's fine, just cold at night. 3 days later, Mensah stopped coming to classes. Teachers assumed he was sick. On the fourth day, his bed was neatly made, his chop box untouched. No one had seen him leave. That night, around 1:40 a.m., the whispering returned. But this time, it wasn't calling my name, it was calling Mensah. Kojo sat up suddenly and whispered, do you hear that? Before I could answer, footsteps echoed down the corridor, slow, barefoot, dragging. They stopped outside our door. Then there was a knock, 3 gentle taps. We didn't move, we didn't breathe. A voice said softly, open, I'm cold. It sounded like Mensah. In the morning, the school announced Mensah had been transferred. No explanation. His name was removed from the register. But that evening, when I walked past room 17, I saw something that made my stomach drop. The door was open. Inside, the room was empty. No bed, no mattress, no belongings, just bare concrete and dust, except for scratch marks on the wall, tall ones, like someone had been reaching upward. That night, the whispers became louder. They came from the corridor, the ceiling, sometimes right beside my ear. At exactly 2 a.m., every night I heard footsteps stop at room 17, then continue slowly down the hall. One night, curiosity defeated fear. I followed the sound.